Good morning, DFC, and welcome back to another literacy test prep session. Here I am reporting from my quarantine shelter with my blanket. That's okay. It is February 17th if you're looking at this, which means that it's time for another literacy test prep session. This week we're looking at writing conventions and open response questions. First step I want you to do is just simply watch this video in its entirety, and then you can do the question. There are no readings this week. It's just some multiple choice questions and then one short answer question, I should say. So there's 8 multiple choice questions, and they're on slides 4 to 8. And then you can find the answers on slides 9 to 12. So the questions are here. You can read through them on your own pace. But what I'd like to do now is talk about the answers. So if you haven't read the questions and had a chance to answer them, pause this video now and then resume it once you want to know the answers, because I'm going to talk about the answers right now. So if you haven't done them, press pause, come back and resume later, because I'm going to discuss the answers. All right, so I assume if you're following the video, you've had a chance to read the questions, give an attempt at the answers. So I'll talk about the answers. So which of the following is written correctly? Now this one is written correctly. For example, is the amusement park in Ontario? That should be a question mark. Last March, we planned a trip to the amusement park. First of all, there should be a comma here and only one exclamation mark here. Can you believe that I won a free trip to the amusement park? So there's an exclamation point here that you don't need. So that is correct. The only one that's written correct is this one. So you're allowed to use an exclamation mark in the middle of a sentence if it's being used as an interjection to show great emotion. Hooray! Exclamation mark. I won a free trip to the amusement park. So B is correct. Next, in which sentence of the following paragraph does a verb need to change to make the sentence correct? So there are a number of verbs here. Darren went to the store. He runs into his best friend. He forgot. And take. Instead, he played games when he finally got home. His mother was very annoyed. So all those verbs in that paragraph are in past tense except for one. On his way home, he runs into his best friend. All the other verbs are in past tense except for runs. So it should be he ran into his best friend to make it correct. So therefore, sentence 2 needs to change. Sentence 3, or question 3, the high school team won the championship, blank, the captain's injury. Besides, doesn't make sense, because high school team won the championship because of the captain's injury, unless the captain is a terrible player and needed to be benched. That doesn't make sense. Although kind of works, but despite works best. And remember, we're going for the most correct answer. All right, number 4, choose the best opening sentence for the following paragraph. So in other words, choose the best topic sentence. So blank. In 1999, at least 6 billion people lived on Earth, and predictions indicate that another billion will be born by 2020. Well, that was last year. Scientists estimate that the world's population will increase to 9 billion by 2054 and 10 billion by the end of the 21st century. Humans need to find a way to sustain a booming population and continue to provide everyone with the necessary resources. So this is your concluding sentence right here. So B is true but it doesn't quite match the need for resources to support a booming population. It talks about growth here, but it doesn't include the last part. There are enough resources on Earth for everyone. Well, kind of, but this paragraph is mostly about the growing population and the need to find resources to support them. Scientists believe that too many people live on Earth. Well, there is no evidence from this that scientists are saying that. They're just saying that humans must find a way to support possibly 10 billion people by the end of the 21st century. But population growth is a concern, an increasing concern, does fit because it ties in with humans need to find a way to sustain a booming population and continue to provide everyone with the necessary resources. That does match. So it talks about population growth, which is mentioned here, and why it's a concern, which is mentioned here. All right. Choose a sentence that shows possession. So that's short for there is land here. Their land is here refers to more than one person's land is there. There's land here. That doesn't show possession. And there, it's used as a contraction for there, they are. All right, next. They basically have the same sentence, just written in different ways. And the only correct one is here. Why? Because they started their quotation, the quotation is right here, with two things that a quotation needs. A comma after your verb, I should say. So Toronto, the mayor of Vancouver declared, comma, and then you always want to start your quotations with a capital letter. And then finally, a period inside the quotation mark. So a quotation mark is actually the last thing that's written in a sentence and not the period. There's strange rules. There's complicated and strange rules for quotations, but this is the only sentence that is written correctly. All right, next. Choose the option that best combines all the information in the following sentences. The work of art is featured in the gallery. The artist's paintings are impressive. Many people can view the paintings in the gallery. So you want to pick the sentence that best includes all three of these ideas. So the artist's impressive paintings, which that covers that point, are featured in the gallery, covers that point, where many people can view them, covers this point. Now say, for example, B, although the artist's paintings are impressive, that covers that. The work is featured in the gallery, covers that. And many people can view them, covers that. So it covers all 3 points, but this word although indicates that despite the artist's paintings being impressive, the work is featured in the gallery. So it's kind of a contradiction. So remember, you want to choose the best answer. So which sentence best fills those 3 ideas? And finally, which sentence does not belong in the paragraph? Extracurricular activities can be an important part of school life. Joining clubs can help students make friends and develop their skills and interests. Good sportsmanship can be developed on school teams. Learning skills are usually emphasized in school courses, and students who participate in extracurricular activities enjoy many benefits. So there's a reason why Sentence 4 is incorrect. The whole paragraph is about extracurricular activities can be an important part of school life. So we're talking about activities outside of your classes. So whether it's the foods club, volleyball team, basketball, or just hanging out after school. I know we can't do them this year, but they still are part of school life. But sentence 4 right here, learning skills are usually emphasized in school courses. That's talking about not extracurricular activities, but in-class lessons, which are not the topic of this paragraph. Therefore, sentence 4 does not fit. Every other sentence talks about the benefits of clubs and teams outside of class, except for this sentence right here. It's the odd one out. So those are an explanation of the answers. This is review on how to write a short answer question. Just remember, so we started this in week 1. You should be familiar with this by now. But just make sure you have 4 typed lines, about 3 to 4 proper sentences in length. So your first sentence should answer, provide an opinion. Second sentence should prove, provide evidence to support your opinion. And finally, you should explain how your proof is related to your opinion in the third sentence. And if you have space for a fourth sentence, add in another explanation or another piece of proof. The more you write, the better your chances of getting that perfect score. So here's an example that I introduced in week 1. Oop, gotta fix my hair. There we go. So if you could visit any place in the world, where would you want to go? So here is a perfect scoring answer. I'd like to travel to Antarctica if I had the money and time to do so. Not only is it the home to the emperor penguins and massive glaciers, but it's also a location of scientists from around the world studying climate change. I think it would be a fascinating place to visit that is unlike any other in the world if I had the opportunity. So what I'd like you to do is answer that same question in 3 to 4 sentences using answer, prove, and explain, which is listed right here. So you can type your answers here. And if you want to look at some other answers, these are actual answers other students, not DFC students, but just Ontario students, they've written, and an explanation for why they got that score. This one got the lowest scoring besides a 0 because they didn't give any reasons. This one gives a reason. I've never been there, and it'd be nice to go there and see what it's like. Well, that can be said about any place in the world. But why would you want to go to Barbados, which is in the Caribbean? You know, what is it in the Barbados that makes you want to go there? Now this is a perfect scoring answer. If I could visit anywhere in the world, I would visit Rome. I would be thrilled to see the great structures and statues and look upon the Colosseum, would take my breath away. With the Roman history reaching out to me, I could stand within great ruins of the past. This is why I wish to visit Rome. So their fourth sentence is basically just a rewording of the first sentence. But if you have that space to do so, put it. If you don't, that's fine too, as long as you answer, prove, and then explain. All right, that's it for today's lesson. As usual, I'll be online during the listed time, which is right here at 3:25 to 4:10. So I'll be available if you need me. All right, everyone. Have a great day, and thanks for watching this video. Bye.